Coach Yeager is a details guy, an impressive young coach. And in the early part of the season, a lot of players, Chris, are just trying to get into the rhythm of the season. When did you feel like the NBA season truly was in full swing for you?
For me, it had to be in full swing day one. I had to be ready because I was playing against the best at my position, and I wanted to establish myself as the best at my position. And so that's why I think that I tried to have an advantage over other players. Where guys were trying to get a rhythm, I made sure that I used the preseason for that because I wanted to come into the beginning of the season gangbusters, knowing you're going to have your ups and downs during the season, but this is not something where you could just warm your way up into the season. You better come out ready to go, or you're going to be trying to find your rhythm all year long.
That's a good message all players should hear. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Miracle Man is out there with Carter. Then it's Bellamy. Then it's Tracy McGrady. And it's Sseason at the point. Out to the right wing. Hayes the pass to English. King's moving the ball around. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, I think he was surprised. He was so open. I mean, that's just a defensive breakdown.
Now, here is McGrady, coming in off a 41-point performance last game out. They swipe it. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball, and it's blocked. Releases from 15. Offensive rebound. Here's Miracle Man. Buries it down low. Miracle Man's got 5.
That's what every team needs. Guys getting after it on the offensive board.
Here's the screen. Right side, Thomas. 6 to shoot. Here's Simpson. No good on that one. And the Wizards now going the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, they allowed way too many easy buckets. I thought they lacked toughness and energy all night.
So it's Sacramento now, after the basket by Washington. Out to the right wing. Pulls it from the elbow. Rebound, Washington.
Just superb defense there. You could tell they definitely affected the release of that shot.
And it's Carter missing.
A defender nowhere near him, and he still can't hit it. He wants that one back.
Pass to English. He dishes it to Howard. An easy 2 points on the layup. Howard's got his first basket.
And that's Howard's comfort zone. In close, near the bucket.
Here's Sseason. He's guarded by Thomas. Carter inside the three-point line, and the shot falls short this time.
Not a very consistent quarter for him in terms of his shooting.
Here's Thomas. Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
Big things come in small packages, Kevin. I mean, Thomas just contorting to finish through the foul.
And Isaiah Thomas, phenomenal in the pick-and-roll game.
Well, he's one of the best isolation scorers in the league. It's almost impossible to keep him in front of you because he has so many ways to score. He has a low center of gravity. He's quick, and he's not afraid of contact.
That one drops. He ties it up.
You love the edge that Thomas plays with. He knows there's no other way to play his game.
Here's Sseason. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's McGrady. It's rebounded by Hayes. For Sacramento, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's English. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Wizards shooting 43% since taking the floor today. Here's Sseason. He's guarded by Thomas, and the basket is good. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Screen by Howard. Here's Boss. A 14-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Chris, you spent a handful of years in Washington. When you look back to that time in your career, is there a favorite moment that stands out to you?
Well, it was early in my career when I was with Washington, and I learned a lot about the league. And I think ending the Washington playoff drought that they have been in for so many years was part of the reason why I wanted to go there, and that was a lot of fun. Making my first All-Star team as well was pretty cool.
Now, here's Thomas, coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans. Boss, no good.
I'll give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good look.
McGrady outside. Here's Bellamy. Second chance shot, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
You know, the one thing I love about Sacramento is that the fans are some of the best in the league. They know the game. This is a basketball town. The Kings are the only team of the four major sports in town. The fans have pure passion when it comes to supporting them. There's a great fan that we call Sign Lady. She makes a sign for every game. She's been there for many years, and there's so many great fans like her. What's up, Sign Lady?
Thomas gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Theus. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. Back to McGrady from deep. It's rebounded by Hayes. And as you said, Chris, with the Kings being the only pro team in the city, makes Sacramento absolutely rabid about their team.
And since that crazy talk of relocation has died down, Kings fans can rest easy. Sacramento fans know that their team will be here for the long term.
So it's Sacramento following McGrady's three-point attempts. Howard can't hit.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Bellamy. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Nailed from three-point land.
And with his usual degree of difficulty, I mean, that's an easy one. Thomas able to just catch and release.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Miracle Man. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Miracle Man's got 7.
Oh, he's shooting a fantastic mark from the field to begin this one.
Howard setting the pick for Thomas. Off target with his 3. Washington trailing. The pass to Theus. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound. Miracle Man got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Screen by Howard. There's Thomas with the 3. That's another miss. Number 4. He's 2 for 6 shooting.
He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Boss. McGrady covering. Thomas a screen. Here's Simpson. Rebound, Washington. Bellamy's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offensive end.
The feed to Thomas. A three-pointer is right on target. Thomas got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Kings. Here's Theus, and the Miracle Man is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Artful use of the screen there. Gains the separation he needs for a good look.
The Kings making a switch here. Wilkins is checked in. The Kings trail by 3. There's the pick. Howard up on top. Here's Simpson, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. 6 points for Boss.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
McGrady dishes to Bellamy. Little turnaround. Martin tips it back in. And the Wizards lead by 2.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Shot, high post. Here's Howard. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
And you need an army to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
The screen from Bellamy. Here's Carter, and Washington again with the bucket.
They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
Screen by Howard. Wilkins kicks to Hayes. Here's English. An 11-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
And that one, good.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
But yeah, using his size. That's what I like about his game. He understands where he has the advantage. Then he exploits it.
Now here is Carter. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
Here's Boss. Here's the screen. Howard, the pass to Simpson. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
And Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as successful face a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about, players that maybe people say maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked them. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, So when there were a few players that were picked #1, and many players said, "What are you doing? We've played against him. We would never pick him #1." So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him a malcontent, said he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove your game, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They're saying, wait a minute, we see his unique talent, skills, and we see his unique skill set, and we could use him. And so many times you just have to wait for the right position, the right situation.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Outside, Scott. Person kicks to Martin. Here's Bellamy. The kick out to Scott. From 13, misses off the left iron. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Passes it to Silk. Goes up on the wing, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
Wow, he's only going to hit that shot about 1 out of 10 times.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Person kicks to Scott. Martin the screen. Right wing. Here's Lever. And another miss by Washington. Silk got it off in time, but it's no good. And we'll be right back after this. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league.
Basketball, this is my passion.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals And this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Well, and not only in terms of building the lead, but now the defense has to extend itself. That leads to other opportunities.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. They've got Martin. Person is out there with Scott. And it's Abdul Rahim in at the 4 slot. High post shot. Misses off the right iron. And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That is his first foul of the game. Wizards trail by 7. Martin the screen on the wing, Scott. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
And you look back to last season, the Wizards started slow, but something clicked for them halfway through the year, Chris, and they were able to turn things around.
Well, just with all the talk about how the Wizards should rebuild, it seems like they pulled it together. They took some time to get things right with the new coach, and the lead stripe on the team disappeared once they started winning.
Pass to Lever. There's the pick. Martin with a screen on Havlicek. Here's Lever, covered by Havlicek. The shot's good from Lever.
And completely uncovered, but just to make sure, he puts a little fade on that jump.
Here's Silk. Feeds it to Havlicek. Free throw line jump shot. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Washington the other way. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Yeah, they really controlled the pace on both nights, which is probably why they made the playoffs. And the other team was left on the outside looking in.
Here's Silk. They set the pick. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Chris, when you played, you were known as a guy at your size who could rip and run, take it coast to coast. You look around the league now, who are some of the best big men ball handlers?
Oh, you love it. If you get that board, you got to be able to take it, speed up the offense. We've seen Draymond just have a field day doing it with all the players on his team that could knock it down and score. Blake Griffin, Anthony Davis. We've even seen Paul Millsap and Julius Randle do it a little bit. So I love the fact that if you can get that board and push it, it makes it easier because you don't have to look for the outlet. You can actually find that point guard, that 2 guard in transition, and let them score, and you be the facilitator.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Havlicek outside. Pass to Sigma. Over Abdul Rahim. Sigma with the bucket. And the Kings lead by 4.
Man, he has an excellent mid-range game. Surprising how much room he had to operate on that play.
And the pass to Person. They set the pick. Here's Abdul Rahim. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
Here's Scott. The Kings getting the bucket. Abdul Rahim passes to Person. Passes it to Abdul Rahim. One-on-one fast break. Here's Silk. Here's B-Train. Martin with the block. Here's Person. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Martin with a screen on Havlicek. And another miss by Washington.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Well, sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Here's Person. And again, Washington, no good.
Well, that's the shot they're looking for. A clean three-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
Maybe he should look to pass the ball right now and get his teammates involved, because right now, his shot's not falling. He's ice cold.
And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Abdur-Rahim. Pass to Silk. Up top, Havlicek. Over Abdur-Rahim. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Havlicek's got his first points of the night. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Scott can't get it to go.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Here's Lever after the made shot from John Havlicek. Pass to Person. Here's Abdur-Rahim. Here's Lever. And there's the pass to Person. His three-pointers off the mark.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
The dish to Scott. Over to the wing. Cutting the screen. Here's Lever. Second shot opportunity. Oh, that's blocked. Outside Thomas. Kicks it to Havlicek. Here's Silk. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And it's an 11-point Kings lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Well, a few seasons ago, the NBA introduced the last 2-minute report, where they release a review of all the calls in the final 2 minutes of a game. It certainly had some mixed reaction. Chris, how do you feel about the public review that a refereeing crew now faces with the report?
Well, I think pressure should be on referees just like it is on players. I think everyone gets their job evaluated, and it's no different from anyone else. I don't know what it does, though, what a report does by telling you what happened in the last 2 minutes and that this referee missed the call. So I don't know what it does, but I don't mind it because everyone needs to be held accountable, and transparency is always good.
Very well said. And Washington has possession. Sacramento able to drain the three. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession.
And you love the effort, just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
And it's Theus missing. Sacramento leading by 11. Out to the wing, to the middle. They get a hand on it. Passes it to Simpson. There's Thomas with the three. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got 4 assists now tonight. And Isaiah Thomas, a dynamite scorer, even though he's in a small package. Chris, how much does his lack of size hold him back at the defensive end?
Well, that's when your teammates have to come in and support you. Defense is a team effort, not just an individual effort. And so, fortunately, they're stocked with other defenders that can help him out on the defensive end.
Beautiful things happen when you attack. Put the defense on its heels.
Simpson, the pass to English. Dishes it to Howard. It's blocked. They retain possession. And it's good, 2 points. Hayes has got the lead up to 14 now for Sacramento.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Here's Theus. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's McGrady. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Simpson, the pass to English. Howard kicks to Hayes. Pass to Simpson. Kings moving the ball around. Hayes, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here is Carter. 12 points for him. Here's Theus. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. To the paint, here's Thomas. Another shot, here's English. And he makes the bucket, through contact, and gets the whistle, too.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Wilkins is checked in for Sacramento. For Sacramento, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Well, Chris, NBA players will go around to every arena at least once in a season. Does each arena have its own feel and look? And how does that impact players when they play on the floor? A depth perception from the basket to the last row. They've told me that every building feels different. Is that true?
Yeah, every building does feel different, but because every player is different, it just depends on which guy in which arena. I used to love Portland because it was dark in Portland and it felt warm in there. I don't know why. I mean, I can't really even explain that well, but yeah. I used to love playing in Portland. And I know some guys that have an arena that is bright, or they just love getting there, or maybe they just love that city. So a lot of times, I tell you what arena I really loved, and it was the first time I went to Boston Garden, because I just sat and I stretched on the floor probably for the longest of any game, because I sat there and I touched the parquet floor and I got to look up at all the banners, and I, kind of reading the banners there, and who played there and what year they won, and tried to remember that team. And so in some arenas it's just special because who's performed there, who's been there before you, and so every arena has a different feel.
That's a great answer. Now here's Wilkins. He feeds it to English. There's 1:38 left in the first half. Here's Boss. McGrady covering. Wing shot on the way. English's shot is good. English has got 5 points now this quarter.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
And the Kings, for so long, had not been active in free agency. You have to like the moves this organization has made to bring in some vets in the offseason. Randolph and Hill bring a lot of experience and leadership to the locker room.
He doesn't get the second one. And, Greg, the Kings wanted to have veteran leaders, and that's what they've got right now.
And the Kings are in a rebuild mode, and you need vets to lead that process. Show the youngsters the right way to do things, and I think the Kings have started to make some very savvy moves here as they begin this rebuild.
And stolen by Howard. Pass to Boss. There's 38 seconds left in the first half. Cuts off the pass. McGrady kicks to Carter. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
Sacramento leading by 15. And English kicks to Hayes. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Another three for Sacramento.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
They set the screen. Here's Miracle Man. And so it's the Sacramento Kings holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And with as many 3-point... Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
And what
show.
a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket. So that'll do it for now.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
And And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. We've got Hayes. Boss is out there with Thomas. Then there's Howard. And it's English in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Trains the three-pointer.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
The screen from Bellamy. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play. Maybe the charge call, but guys never think they were moving.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
The pass to Miracle Man. There's a good screen. Nice ball movement by Washington. Out to the right wing. He kicks it to McGrady. Shot clock at 6. From 12 feet out, Isaiah Thomas grabs the board.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jumper.
Howard setting the pick for Thomas. Screen by Howard. And Thomas, here we go. It's deflected, but he recovers it. No good that time. Now Washington takes it the other way. McGrady up top. He's guarded by Thomas. A shot by McGrady, no good.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
The feed to English. It's Hayes, top of the key. Screen by Howard. There's a screen. Now here's Thomas. Not a lot of room. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Thomas got 7 points here in this quarter. Washington shooting the ball at 42%. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Miracle Man. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Miracle Man's got 9. Screen by Howard. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Thomas dishes to Hayes. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Bellamy. Here's Theus. The screen from Bellamy. Passes to Miracle Man. The baseline J. Sacramento grabs the miss. Hayes has got 6 rebounds in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Carter, the pass to Theus. Over Thomas. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Theus has got his second bucket. Sacramento leading by 21. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Thomas, and the rejection by Bellamy. And Carter has it in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. Carter's got 19 points.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Outside Thomas. He dishes it to Howard. And the rejection by Bellamy. Here's Theus, and he dunks it down.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Oh, you love it. He's just playing with the greater energy and effort. He recognizes the opening and pounces on it.
Here's Thomas, shot to end this cold run, and the rejection by Bellamy. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Havlicek, he's checked in for Boss. Just 5 to shoot. From deep, Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas. Wizards trail by 16. Carter kicks to Bellamy. Over Howard. The shot by Bellamy, no good.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
You know, for a while now, the Wizards felt that they are just one key piece away from being a major player in the East. And they've yet to find that player in free agency, but to their credit, they've tried a number of times.
Sacramento making a switch here. Martin the screen. Outside Carter. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole.
Pass to Silk. Here's the 3. That doesn't go either for Thomas. And with the Wizards and free agency, they missed out on Durant and Horford, to name a few.
And really, the last major signing they had was Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas. Unfortunately, the Wizards have had some bloated contracts on their books.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
Poked away. Stolen by Martin. In transition, here come the Wizards. Here's Lever. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
The Wizards have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Two.
No good on that one. Sacramento making a switch here. Howard's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Chris, you had some amazing years with the Kings. Thinking back on it, what was one of your favorite moments in this jersey?
Wow, clinching the West in 2002. Really thought that was going to be our year. Having my jersey retired by the team was pretty special as well. And, you know, just the fans, you know, when you're getting buckets in front of those fans, it's nothing like it. And so just the memories I have being part of the community of Sacramento.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
Lever passes to McGrady. Here's Lever. He's guarded by Thomas. Feeds it to Carter. Shoots over Havlicek. A nice shot by Carter. Carter's got 24 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
There's the pass to Silk. Screen by Howard. Stolen by Carter. And here we go. Washington fast break. Carter leading the charge.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, while he's out there making a play, everyone else is watching. Solid individual effort right there.
Pass to Lever. Expanding his range. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Thomas kicks to Howard. Here's Havlicek. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. There's the dish to Martin. Here's McGrady. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. McGrady's got it back down to within single digits for the Wizards. Thomas kicks to Hayes. Screen by Howard. Pass to Silk. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And a look here at the shot chart for the Wizards.
Well, they haven't really been strong enough inside. I mean, they haven't been a force or aggressive with getting those good quality looks in the paint. And I think the one-dimensionality of their offense is going to continue to be an issue because the defense isn't having to worry about clogging the lane or defending down low.
McGrady with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Here's Lever. He's got 5. The screen from Bellamy. Lever passes to McGrady. Here's Bellamy. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. In the third position, the Wizards.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Havlicek dishes to Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Washington calls timeout. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
Look, they can't leave him alone for a second on the perimeter. Not the way he's shooting the 3 tonight.
And here's a look at some numbers for Howard. He's coming off an excellent season. 4th in field goal percentage and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Bellamy with a screen on Wilkins. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Lever. But they'll get another chance. To the inside. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Havlicek against Carter. Good work there as it goes. Havlicek's got 11 points.
He's been blazing hot to begin this half after looking utterly lost during the first. Nice turnaround.
Inside, Bellamy, and then Bellamy with the dunk.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Oh, yeah, incredible teamwork there. A play you perfect only by practicing it until you're blue in the face. He has put forth an outstanding effort on offense this quarter. He will need to keep it up if they really want to cut into this lead.
The Wizards have gone 7 of 11 from the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Lossie's checked in for Havlicek. That's good from Carter.
And well, last season for the Kings, they were in the hunt for a good stretch there early on, but kind of fell out of playoff contention and finally decided to pull the trigger and trade DeMarcus Cousins. It marked a major direction change that this team, I think, wanted to make.
Here's Wilkins. Rebound, Washington. McGrady's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pass to Lever. 1:06 left in the 3rd quarter. Martin the screen. Back to McGrady from deep 3-point range. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game. And the Cousins deal, Greg, has really been examined. But what is clear is that the Kings wanted to get younger and start rebuilding.
And you can argue if the trade was the right move or not, but management felt it was. The team's thinking was they wanted to change the atmosphere of the locker room, fully committed to bringing in youth and doing things from the ground up. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Kings making a change here. English is checked in. Miracle Man, he's checked in for Washington. Wizards trail by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Now the pass to Simpson. Kicks it to English. And there's the 3-second violation.
That's a critical error they can't afford right now. This game is too tight to make mistakes like that.
Washington's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Here's Lever, defended by Wilkins, and it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. 5 seconds left here in the third quarter, and he makes that one. Lever's got his third basket of the night right there.
The inbound play works to perfection. You got to love to get those quick hitters.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Kings ahead, leading by a point. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And now let's hear what head coach Dave Yeager was reviewing with his team.
We got to get our pace back up. We got to run both ways, get into sets early and quick, and start hitting people.
Dave Yeager looking for urgency, and it sounds like he also wants to see more physical play out there.
Yeah, and all of that to me means play harder. Leave nothing on the table. Let the chips fall where they may.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Washington, Carter is out there with Miracle Man. Then it's Bellamy, and it's Lever in at the point guard position. Washington trailing. Carter right side to take the lead. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
I mean, I always say that to let the other team get the rebound and continue their possession. Boxing out is simple, and to forget to do it can be costly.
The screen from Bellamy. Carter right side. Rebounded by Howard. And for Sacramento, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. It's stolen by Carter. And here we go. Washington fast break. Lever can't get it to go.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim. And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly. Now, he should heavily consider looking to his teammates as the game gets close. His shot just isn't falling.
Here's English. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Now it's a 5-point Sacramento lead.
Yeah, he's still got some bounce. Howard there, right place, right time.
The screen from Bellamy. Carter outside. Kept alive. Here's Miracle Man. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Outside Wilkins. Over to the wing. They set the pick. Lock at 6. English misses.
He hit a 3 in the first half. Now he's searching for his first outside shot in the second half.
The screen from Bellamy. Here's Lever, defended by Wilkins. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Wilkins. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
The floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
First person foul, team's first. Lenny Wilkins. Shooting just one.
That free throw good from Wilkins. Wizards trail by 4. Here's Theus. Dishes it to Carter. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. Thomas checked in for Sacramento. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. He feeds it to Hayes. Screened by Howard. The shot, no good. Bellamy with some nice D. Pass to Theus. Here's Lever. Here's Miracle Man. Shot on the wing. Sacramento grabs the miss. English has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Hayes kicks to Thomas. The feed to Howard. And he banks in the layup. And the Kings lead by 6.
And Howard just shrugging off the competitive defense there, using his muscle to get the job done near the basket.
Here's Lever. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
Oh, yeah, and as a big man, you need such an aggressive move. That's the tone that you want to set, the attitude that you're trying to play with. Your teammates will follow.
Thomas passes to Simpson. Just 5 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Vince Carter picks one up. Well, one thing that Dave Yeager has provided in Sacramento, Chris, is a connection to the core members of the team.
Yeah, and having your star player believe in Coach Yeager and vice versa makes life a lot easier for this team. You can't get very far with infighting between coaches and players. That's something the Kings have battled even before Yeager's tenure.
And Washington making a change here. McGrady's checked in. He used that pick to perfection.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Well, he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team.
And it's slammed in by Howard.
You allow Howard to get in close, he's going to punch that ticket.
Inside, here's Miracle Man, and it's blocked. And here is Howard. He kicks it to Thomas. Here's English. Over Carter. Again, Sacramento.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
The screen from Bellamy. Here's McGrady. He can't hit that time. And the Kings going the other way now. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Here's Theus. He's guarded by Thomas. Bellamy in the post. Puts up a 3. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. Sacramento leading by 8. Thomas up top. Here's Boss. McGrady covering. Simpson the pass to Hayes. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Just 2 to shoot. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Two on the clock. Simpson. They get the rebound. Outside Thomas. He dishes it to Howard. Outside Thomas. Lobbed up there for Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And Howard has great timing on these alley-oops. As long as the pass is spot on, he's clear for takeoff.
Washington calls timeout. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, he's tearing them to shreds, and I'm sure the only thing they're talking about in this timeout is what to do about him.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
These fans love him, and tonight he's given them plenty to cheer about. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Kevin, I heard what Scott Brooks said to his team. He knows his team is struggling tonight from the three-point line, so he told them to go for more quality shots inside. We're shooting way too many threes, he said. No more Hail Marys. Let's get inside to the post. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Wizards trail by 10. Here's Theus. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
They're trailing, but they are really battling, working the ball down low, getting good looks in the paint. The inside game much improved from where it was in the first half.
Sacramento leading by 7. Howard setting the pick for Thomas. Here's English. Feeds to Howard. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Always an adventure from the line. One of the few blemishes on Howard's career.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Wizards trail by 9. Theus, the pass to McGrady. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's Simpson. Second shot opportunity. Howard misses.
Some tough D in the paint, getting between him and the bucket and stopping the easy deuce.
Carter with a screen on Thomas. Here's Theus. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Miracle Man. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Thomas kicks to English. Over Carter. Rebound, Washington. Bellamy's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Passes it to Theus. And it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard patrolling the defensive end.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Thomas passes to Simpson. Back to Thomas. Sacramento moving it around. Boss gets the bucket. And the Kings lead by 8.
Oh, the assist from Thomas. Finding the open man. Nice decision offensively.
Pass to Miracle Man. McGrady outside. To the left wing. Here's Theus. Offensive rebound. Bellamy. Knocked loose. Stolen by Thomas. And now Sacramento on the break. Here's Simpson. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. And it's a 10-point Kings lead.
That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
Theus, the pass to McGrady. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Thomas inside. The dish to Hayes. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got 6 assists now in the game. Theus, the pass to McGrady. Oh!
Nice.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. .106 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Left side, Thomas. Floats one. From down in the low post, it goes.
Oh, at the rim, long distance. Thomas can score from anywhere on the court.
Washington calls timeout. They're down by 9. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Bellamy gets it to go on the assist by McGrady. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 17 rebounds.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Sacramento, Isaiah Thomas. At the line for 2.
Gets the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 9-point ball game here. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
From the arc. That shot misses. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Loss, no good.
He gets the shot he was looking for, and he just can't bury it.
Thea's the pass to Carter. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Boss. So the Kings win it. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here.